Stevie's Earth-Based Kitchen. Stevie's Earth-Based Kitchen. Hopefully you can hear me. I did a test on Instagram and it seemed to work, but sometimes it doesn't work with the software over here on YouTube. But hello. So I decided to go live because I'm gonna make breakfast. Oil. Well, I'm gonna use a little miso butter, and this is made with Miyoko's, which has got oils in it, oils aren't really whole food, but so we might use a little oil. I'm gonna try and use as little oil as possible, but we'll see. So let's get started. Okay, so I already prepared my veggies so that you don't have to suffer my knife skills. And let me bring you over. And oops, sorry, dirty floor. Dirty floor cam. Okay. We are not cooperating. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I've got some fingerling potatoes. These are like purple and red ones. They're not sweet potatoes. They're just fingerling, but you could use sweet potatoes. I've got broccoli cut up really small. This is arugula that's been growing in our yard. I washed it real well because the dog likes to lift his leg on it. Some onion, and I've got some red pepper. I really need to sharpen my knife, and I need to do that like after we get done with this. Some zucchini. This is just leftover in the fridge. Kale. This is that dinosaur kale, which I really love. And then, so these are the veggies. I made tacos last night, so I've got like a little red cabbage and cilantro topping, but we're just gonna put it on top after we're done. And for the flavoring, I already got the pan going, actually, let's get something going already. Let's start sauteing, and we're just gonna saute with water. Well, you know what? I thought I had everything prepared. Okay. Thought I had everything in front of me. So we're gonna actually just put the onions in the pan and let the natural oil of the onions just help it saute, help itself. Let the onions help themselves. No handout, no oily handout to the onions. They're just bootstrapping onions, helping themselves. So get that going a little bit, and then we'll add some water. Also, I'm using a big brick of tofu. So this isn't silken tofu. This is extra firm. But if you really want it to be like extra scrambly like, more like eggs, you could use silken tofu. Okay, and I'm gonna add some water to this. Water saute, that water's already boiling. Like I just boiled it. Throw the garlic in there. And I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some liquid aminos to it. I'm kind of being creative here. Like, this isn't like a recipe. I'm just going by the seat of my dungarees. Hello, is someone there? I think someone is there. Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome to Stevie's Earth-Based Kitchen, and I'm cooking a tofu scramble. Mostly whole food, plant-based. Gonna try and avoid adding oil at all, but we don't know yet. I started out with a water saute. I've got some onions and garlic in here, and I know that later I'm gonna put a little bit of miso butter. I had this miso butter for a deconstructed egg roll recipe that I made the other night, and I had some left over. Miso butter is so good. Totally not whole food because there's oils in it, but everything in moderation. So I really try. I'm not trying to be like completely no oil, but I'm being mindful of the oil that I add. Like, I really like my food to taste good. I don't want to be, I don't want to eat bad food. I'd rather just not eat it. So I try to make good food, like keep it healthy. Back in the old days, I used to take Brussels sprouts and like roast them with like 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and it was really, really good. But that added an additional like 400, 500 calories to something that was really just a handful of calories. And that's the issue. You know, when you start adding oil to really good foods like potatoes and just like vegetables, it's really easy to turn that potato, that 80 calorie potato, into 1,000 calorie supersized fry. You know what I mean? So can you hear me? I'm hoping the sound is good. Okay, so we're just gonna, let me bring you over here. I need to get some potatoes in there because they need to start softening. So these are fingerling potatoes that I just diced up, and they're different colors. You can get them at, but I realize I'm not going to be able to fit all of this into a smaller pan. So I'm just going to take the lid of the smaller pan and put it over the potatoes and let them soften for a little bit because they're going to take longer to cook. Yeah, so, and while that's happening, I'm going to have a little chat with you about what's going on with the channel, because I'm thinking about changing things up a little bit. I'm always experimenting. So I really love to make videos. I love to make cooking videos. It's so fun, but sometimes it takes me a while to edit. I love to edit as well, but it's just like there's an inertia thing. You know, you film a video, and then you have to change your inertia to go into like editing mode, and sometimes that's hard for me. And there's a saying that the thing that you really want to do the most is the thing that it's the thing that you do when you're procrastinating. So one of the things that happens when I need to go edit a video and I'm not doing it is I'm in the kitchen cooking. I can't get out of the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I love coming up with new things. It's just, I'm obsessed with it. So and I've been going live with my bestie Leanne, and we've been talking about kind of women over a certain age sort of topics like menopause and healthy aging and all the kind of quirks that we go through. And lives have been really fun. And I realized that, well, I have a tripod that works. I could probably cook in my lives. And then I could do some creative cooking without really sticking to a recipe, but sharing my tips and my methods, you know, with you, and the method for my madness. Let me get I really thought I was prepared. Oh, here we go. And kind of do that organically, and even answer your questions if I go live. And then I don't have to worry about the editing. So I'm still gonna make videos because I love making like creative videos. Like I have a video coming up soon where I talk about, where I show you what I eat in a week, you know, on a almost starch-based diet. And, you know, I measure my belly and it's like 32 inches, by the way. And, you know, at the end of the month, I'm going to show you the results after eating this way for about a month. Choosing consistency over perfection. You know, I'm just eating less oil, getting at least 10,000 steps in, doing a bunch of like weight loss hacks. And this isn't like so much for vanity. I'm just really hooked on increasing my health span and kind of increasing my longevity. But what I really want to do is just, because I'm not afraid to die, but I don't want to be immobile, and I don't want to be sick, and I don't really like going to the doctors, and so I'm trying to prevent that as much as I can. I'm trying to do everything that I can to prevent that while still maintaining my happiness. Like I'm trying not to be too obsessed, and I'm trying not to I'm trying not to be like make my world bland. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm gonna put the other veggies in. Just roasted. They're not roasted. They're just sweet yellow bell peppers. Just stuff from my kitchen. Like you could do this at home with tomatoes. We got tomatoes in here. You could do this at home with whatever you got. Mushrooms. I wish I had mushrooms. My husband is allergic to mushrooms, so we rarely have mushrooms in our kitchen. I really should get them for myself because they're so good for you. They are really good in terms of, you know, fighting a lot of issues that come with aging. So I'm just going to saute these vegetables and just water saute right now. Kind of get those to cook down. Hello, hi, welcome to Stevie's Earth-Based Kitchen. I am making breakfast. I'm making a tofu scramble. And I just took a bunch of, I got potatoes that I softened first. Got a bunch of veggies that just came from what I had in my fridge. Like you can be really creative, or like you could just use what you got. It's really forgiving. So I am cooking down some of these veggies, making sure I get the potatoes soft before I go further. I'm going to use a block of tofu. This is firm tofu. The firm tofu is going to make it like a tofu scramble. If you want more of an egg scramble, silken tofu would probably be better. I have, for flavoring it, I have black salt. I can't remember the real name of it, but it's really, it kind of has an eggy flavor. You want to use this less because if you cook with it, the eggy flavor goes away. I'm using turmeric. Turmeric is going to provide some color. It's going to give it that breakfast scramble look. But it's also really, really good for your health. So turmeric has cancer-fighting agents in them. Oh, I need my green tea. And I'm about to cough. Cancer-fighting, anti-inflammatory, antioxidants. But in order to activate the curcumin in turmeric, which is the active ingredient, you need a little pepper, not much. And I'm going to add some nooch. Nooch is nutritional yeast. It's what, you know, vegans love it. It's full of B vitamins, usually. This is Dr. Bragg's. It's got the B vitamins in there. So you can get B12 from this. I wouldn't rely on it for B12, but you can get some B12. But more importantly, you get like a cheesy flavor. You get a cheesy umami, yeah, umami mommy. I put some coconut aminos in the saute. And I'm going to use a little bit of miso butter. This part is not whole food, but I made a deconstructed egg roll the other day, and I used some of this miso butter. It's so good. Normally, I would just use miso, but I used the last of my miso in the miso butter. So we're going to use the miso butter. Everything's getting pretty soft. Taste as you go. That's a wonderful thing about plant-based foods, is usually you can taste as you go. You're not going to catch an animal-borne illness. That's good. Already good. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this without oil. We'll see if we can get away with it. I'm just crumbling it into the pan. If we can get away with it, I will add the miso butter after everything is done. But if we can't, I'll use the miso butter as the oil, you know, as a lubricating factor in it. Can you hear me? Oh, hey, we got friends. Oops. We got friends. Hello, friends. Hi, from Spain. Oh, I need my glasses. My broken glasses because... Hi. Oh, thank you, Blossom. So, hi, Blossom. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And my glasses are dirty. Amparo. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to North Carolina. I love Spain. I wish I was in Spain. I haven't, you know, visited all of Spain, but in fact, I've only been to Sevilla. But I absolutely loved it. It was so amazing. The people were wonderful. And we stayed up until, like, every night, like, until 4 o'clock. People were, like, going to the club at, just leaving to go to the club at, like, 1. It was so nice. I loved it. You know what I really loved is tostada de tomate. That back then I wasn't vegan and I had it with Iberian ham, but just the shaving of this is such a good breakfast. You just shave your tomato and add a little salt, add a little olive oil. You can add basil and stuff, you can have garlic, but just the tomato and salt and olive oil is enough. And then you spread that on toast. You spread that like on a baguette. Simple, but so delicious. And you can make it with cilantro. I mean, just be creative. You can make it Cajun style, you know. So far this is doing really well. Yeah, I'll show you. We need to get some turmeric in here. Our anti-aging and eggy colorant, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. I think, like, if you use about a half a teaspoon a day, that does the trick. But I wouldn't put a half a teaspoon in this whole dish. That might be just too much. Yeah, just use turmeric throughout the day. When I started this journey, and you'll see if you watch that video that I'll have out soon enough, or I don't know, I'll have that video out where I show you what I eat over the course of a week, you know, on a less oil, whole food, plant-based diet. I was using so much turmeric. Like the first day, everything was like so yellow because I was following Dr. Grieger's advice, you know, about putting turmeric in everything, and everything was just so yellow, and it was not good. I mean, I don't really suggest, you know, be healthy and happy, but don't make everything look like it's piss yellow, because that's just, I don't know, it's like, I have no filter, but it's like piss on a rainbow. Okay, do we have some yellow coloring in there? Let's taste this, see where we're at. Are the potatoes done? Oh, it's good. Okay. It's so good. Okay, we need that pepper. We need the black pepper because black pepper has piperine in it. And this activates the curcumin in the turmeric. Makes it anti-inflammatory. So we're going to add our miso butter. and I'm not eating all these eggs. Or they're not eggs, they're tofu. Put a whole bunch of miso butter in it. These will get me through probably 3 breakfasts. So it's a bit of work at the front end because I have to chop up some veggies, but I'm gonna have breakfast for days. Oh, and it looks so good. I'm gonna put some sriracha on it. Let's put some nooch. I'll put sriracha on it when we're done. If you don't have sriracha, maybe a little bit of squeeze of lemon, you know, if you don't want the spice, a little squeeze of lemon. Just get a little tanginess in there to balance the flavors. And I let the nooch kind of, like initially when you put the nooch in, I don't like the way it smells. But that smell seems to dissipate after a while. So don't like eat the nooch right away. Like wait about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off because it's done. How much time have we on? So it's done, but I'm gonna add the black salt to give it the eggy flavor. And I'm going to be back today, actually, because I'm going to be I made this edamame hummus, and now I want to make so I'm using about probably 1/4 teaspoon of this black salt, and we're just going to try it. But I'm going to come back today and take the edamame hummus and turn it into a veggie burger and show you, like how to repurpose. I'm really big into that. I love repurposing leftovers. So we're gonna repurpose this hummus into veggie burgers. I'm gonna show you how to do it in a really easy, fast way with just a couple ingredients, but I'm taking it further because I'm gonna do a little experimentation. I have some hypotheses on how to create a veggie burger that has more structure and also to bring more umami flavor. So first I'm gonna show you, how to make it the easy way, and then we're gonna go on an adventure and see if my hypotheses work. So let's try this egg. Mamma mia, so good. Okay, so I'm gonna make my plate. Make sure you get the miso all mixed up. The miso adds umami flavor, but other ways to get umami flavor would be a little bit of tomato paste, sun-dried tomatoes, of course the aminos, this right here, liquid aminos. If you do soy sauce, get a soy sauce from Japan, the Kikkoman soy sauce from Japan. That's really good. So I'm gonna put some of the arugula from my garden on it, the last of the arugula, and just throw the veggies. Put veggies in everything and throw the fresh veggies on top. And then put, this is like red, oh, shoot. I just got cabbage in my green tea. I'm drinking it anyway. I mean, green tea is just salad, really. It's just salad steeped. So I just put more salad in my salad tea. It's just like boba, is like food in your tea. Same thing. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of, this is a new batch of sriracha. Yeah. Okay. I love this sriracha. This stuff tastes so good. Oh my God. So I'm just gonna put sriracha all over it. And I need to do a thumbnail for this. Does that not look so good? Do you want to go outside? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. So let's go outside so we can get some natural lighting. Whoop. Okay. Here we go. There's like bees and everything. What do you think? Does it look good? I can't wait to try this. Okay, let me get a fork. Is Smokey entertaining you? Okay. Mm. Mm. It's delicious. Don't leave the herbs out. It's super eggy tasting, like in a good way. Not in a bad egg way. Because of that black salt. That black salt, I love the black salt. Like one thing you could do with that black salt is if you get the silken tofu, you could just sprinkle some black salt on silken tofu. Maybe it's not very salty, so you might want to even add a little bit of regular salt with it. And it tastes like a hard-boiled egg, like if you're missing that. I also use the black salt and I make potato salad. So I make like a salad Olivier, a Russian style salad, which typically has a lot of meat in it, and I don't put the meat in it. But it's basically just a taco, it's a taco salad, I make a lot of tacos. A potato and carrot salad. This is like potato salad, but you boil carrots with it. And then I put olives and herbs and a vegan mayonnaise and the black salt to give it that eggy kind of egg salad, potato salad flavor. And it's so good. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. And later I'm gonna be showing you how to make a veggie burger out of hummus, store-bought hummus or hummus that you make at home. The hummus that I'm using is homemade hummus, hummus, and it's really kind of perfect for it because it's not perfectly smooth. So it's gonna have a little, yeah. I'm gonna show you how to make a veggie burger that's really quick and easy, but then we're gonna go on a journey to test some hypotheses of mine I have some ideas on how to add more structure to a veggie burger so it doesn't just totally smash down. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. Bye. Bye. Bye.